Thank
There
you.
you go. You're welcome.
And now I see the share options. Great. Good morning, commissioners.
Morning, John.
Time today to discuss. This is regarding the lease, sorry, not the lease, the easement agreement between the city of Lebanon and the county for the proposed John E. Wengert Memorial Park. Of course, in April, we submitted our application to DCNR in the amount of about $650,000 towards the park development. This easement agreement really should have been part of our submission at that time. I thought that the MOU that we had between the city and county was sufficient, but since then, Lori Yeich has reached out to me and asked that we submit the signed easement agreement as part of the supplementary submissions that are allowed up until July 15th, which is next Friday. I will say that Lori's signaling in this process indicates to me that we have a pretty high chance, pretty high likelihood of getting this grant. I feel very confident about it based on her comments and the fact that she wants to make sure that everything is buttoned up and there are no
excuse me, John.
Yeah,
I just wanted to let you know that, by the way, the Mayor Capello has joined us.
yes, great. Nice to see you, Mayor.
Sorry to interrupt you. Go ahead.
No problem. So what I'm going to share is the site plan for the park. If I can find it here. Can you see that?
No.
Yeah.
Hold on one second. Okay, this will work. Should come up.
Something's happening. There you go.
Can you see it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So in the final this discussion of the easement language, we did discover an issue that we needed to address with the city regarding the maintenance of the channel. And the city has needs for an access along this berm on the southern side of the flood channel for periodic maintenance and repairs, etc. So we were discussing even as late as this morning with Mayor Capello and council how to address that. And the language for that area that's delineated by the yellow line is what the city would prefer to have some control over through approval of what gets installed in that buffer area. We've developed some co-use language, which I think was a great solution that will be acceptable to DCNR in that it's recognized in the easement agreement that the city will have needs to keep that area clear. So some of these trees might have to be moved away from the wall to avoid damage to the wall and to permit like a boom mower type piece of equipment to get in there and maintain that area. So we just actually, thanks to everybody's availability this morning, completed those revisions to the easement agreement. And what we'd be asking for now is for the commissioners to pass a resolution authorizing the final execution of that easement agreement so that I can get it to Lori prior to the deadline next week. She's actually, ideally, and I don't know if this is feasible or not, I'd like to get it to Lori tomorrow because she's leaving for vacation and we'll be off all of next week prior to the actual deadline. If that's not feasible, we can submit it next week to her assistant, but I'd feel a little bit more comfortable getting it into Lori's hands directly before she leaves.
So I think the changes were made and emailed, within the last half hour or so. So that should be good. Unless the commissioners have some reservation today, once you're done explaining all of this, that should be very feasible to do before she's out of town. She's key. She's referring to Lori Yeich. Those of you may have heard that name and or may not. She has just been a really, really good partner in DCNR for all of our trail, and you know, second to John, has been responsible for really getting us through a lot of this over the last 20 years. So.
Excellent. Yeah, let's see if there are any reservations. Go ahead, Commissioner.
I'll make a motion to approve the easement agreement with code language between the county and city to manage Wengert Park on the rail trail.
I'll second the motion.
It's been moved and seconded that we approve this easement agreement with the co-use language. Any further discussion needed? Hearing none, all in favor, please indicate by saying aye.
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 Opposed, same sign, so ordered. There you go, John.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
It's 11.
Mayor Capello, did
We made it.
you wanted to say?
Let's see.
Yeah, I didn't mean to stop your flow there, John, but you know, many people who presented have learned that when they've, you know, when they get their approval, then enough was said, right?
That's right.
That's right.
Yep.
Well, thank you all for making it happen. It's vital to this project. So we really appreciate your cooperation all the way around.
Yep. Thank you, John. Thank you, Mayor.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
All right, keep up the good work.
We will.
So once Tim's got to look at the language yet, and once that is good, and I'm assuming it will be, then we'll have one here for you to sign, so that John can get it onto DCR. Hopefully the next, maybe even later today. I don't know yet. So.
That'd be great.
I'll walk it around if I have to.
Okay.
Need to do. Thanks.
Very good.
All right.
Take care.